Hi, namaste, and thank you for tuning into this video. If you saw my road trip video and the video in which I shared the pure vegan Thanksgiving feast that I cooked and shared with my family, if you've seen the video about why I've come back to Canada, or the video about having gratitude for life that I filmed in Waterton Lakes National Park, then you already know I am profoundly excited and grateful to be back home in Canada and doing something that I have always loved to do, which is make jewelry, design things, and interact with people online. I've been more active on Pinterest and Instagram and Twitter than maybe ever before, and part of the reason for that is the enthusiasm that I have for not only enjoying what I like to do, but also sharing that enjoyment with others who also like to do it. What is it that I like to do? God, there are so many things. But before I get into them, I want to address just a couple of questions that you guys have left on my recent videos, because I feel like ignoring a problem just makes it grow bigger. Addressing it is the only way to proceed and to move forward in life. So I wouldn't necessarily say that these are problems, but they are things that seem to be problematic to a couple of people out there. First and foremost, somebody asked, and like many people gave a thumbs up, like agreed with it, why I chose to come back to quote unquote the Maya matrix. So what is the Maya matrix? Maya matrix is a word basically invented by His Divine Holiness Paramahamsa Nityananda that refers to the grid, or like the third dimensional earthly domain which we all inhabit while we're here in human bodies, that basically convinces us that a lie is reality. For example, if you're driving down the street and you're hungry and your first thought is McDonald's, or if you're thirsty and your first thought is Coca-Cola, or if you're bored and your first thought is turn on the television, watch a soap opera, that is the Maya matrix influencing your mind, convincing us that something filled with chemicals, unhealthy, that just destroys our health, that makes us obese, that makes us, angry the way non-veg food does. That is the Maya, that's the delusion that people are stuck in. For example, the unholy nexus between the food industry and the pharmaceutical industry. It's not a conspiracy theory, it exists. Like Pfizer bought out Monsanto, like Nestle is trying to put huge price tags on water. They're even bottling and selling air in some of the more polluted parts of Asia now. They're taking air from the Canadian Rockies, pristine mountain air, and selling it for like $5 a can so somebody can go and see what it is to breathe something fresh. The Maya is the delusion that this is normal. Convincing ourselves that sweatshop labor-produced clothing is the best way to dress. Convincing ourselves that if we're bored, something external has to come in to entertain us. Maya is the feeling that we are not enough unto ourselves, that something outside has to be put in to give a sense of fulfillment. In that sense, wherever we go, whatever we do, as long as we don't feel that we are the source of our own joy, creativity, fulfillment, enthusiasm, identity, and ultimately transcendence, we'll be caught in some form of Maya. Somebody can literally be living a monastic life, wearing sacred robes, sitting in meditative posture all day, getting up early, putting in all the hard hours. But if they feel that they need to do all of those things, and if they don't do them, they're a bad person, they're a failure, they're missing something, that they need somebody else to tell them what to do in order to survive, that's another form of Maya. Now, of course, following that kind of a structured lifestyle with the singular goal of realizing enlightenment, it's going to take you further spiritually than if you're eating the McDonald's, watching the television, drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes, gossiping, and don't have a goal for it. If you feel like you're caught by all of those things, actually those who are caught by those things don't even realize they're caught by those things. That's delusion. That's Maya. I would never say that I've chosen to throw myself back into the Maya matrix. I would say I've chosen to live based on my joy, to implement the cognitions Swamiji has blessed me with in my life, to see what Maya is, to never eat frickin' McDonald's food, to never, entertain myself with gossip and with mean-spirited talk about other people. But when I feel the yearning to do something, I understand that the authenticity I've decided to live my life for would be undermined if I don't jump in and do exactly just that. What is authenticity? What is integrity? What is responsibility? What is enriching? Those four tattvas or four sacred concepts mean living in alignment with our highest identity, with our joy, our enthusiasm, our inspiration. Not living because we feel we have to do something in order to get something else. That's a greed-driven life. Not feeling that we have to do something because we're afraid of some dire consequence. That's a fear-driven life. But doing what we feel in the moment is the best action in order to ground ourselves, to awaken ourselves, to bless others in a way that is ahimsa, non-violent to other beings, in a way that is sattvic, that is honest, that's truthful. This isn't a U-turn, as somebody else commented under one of those videos. It doesn't mean that I gave up. What it means is that I've made a solid decision based on what I enjoy most to jump into the next step. We can only go forward in life. Time is a progression. It can never be a retraction. The laws of the multiverse determine that whatever we do, we're moving forward in time. There's no possibility to go back. There's no possibility to lose something that we've gained if we continue to hold it with gratitude, appreciation, and joy. Those who feel like sannyas is their ultimate calling forever, great. Swamiji blesses them with Purna Kavi, with that darker kind of a burnt ochre robe, the same color that he wears. It's almost like a burgundy or a maroon. That signifies somebody whose vow is lifelong, that he accepts them as a monastic disciple for eternity. Those in the bright orange, they may choose to come back, and if they do, Swamiji definitely blesses them. Those who choose never to jump into sannyas shouldn't really comment on whether or not somebody has failed or given up. If they give it their best effort and then decide, you know what, there's something else I want to do, let's go, let's have fun, let's get it, let's explore. Life is about enthusiastic, joyful pursuit of the highest consciousness. Life is about realizing our oneness with the cosmos, with Sadashiva, Parashakti, Ganesha, Murugan, Lakshmi, Ganesh. I already said Ganesh, but come on. Life is about realizing a profound love and reverence. It's about doing what drives us. It's about inspiring those who want to be inspired, who are driven by something similar, and blessing those who choose something else. So for those who have been asking, how could you have given up that? How could you have jumped back a step? How could you do this? How could you do that? How could you do this? How could you do that? I invite you to examine your life for a moment and look in and see, are all the decisions that you're making based on what you feel in your heart is the best next step for yourself? Or are you making decisions based on what you think other people think is best for you? Because the moment you start questioning somebody else, gossiping about somebody else, judging somebody else's decision, you're trying to exert your morality, your compass of right and wrong based on your ideas, understandings, perceptions, beliefs on them. But Swamiji tells us Sanatana Hindu Dharma is not about belief, it's about personal experience. Nobody has experienced anybody else's life. Even if we think we understand, even if we're empathic, even if we observe, the only one who has experienced being you is you. That's why, whatever you're doing, whether you're married, whether you're single, whether you're gay, whether you're straight, whether you're you know, moving to India, moving back from India, no matter what you're doing, what you're following, whether you're making the sign of the cross or prostrating to Allah or chanting Namah Shivaya, whatever it is, nobody has the right to judge it and say it's good or bad, right or wrong. It's your experience, it's your decision, it's your destiny. The reason I make these videos is to share my journey with those who resonate with it. It's to share my discoveries with those who are interested. It's to share my cognitions with those who feel the desire to hear them. I don't want to preach to you and tell you what you have to do, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. And no doubt there have been times when I've said, this is the best thing ever, everyone should do it. That's the greatest gift I've ever received, you should also come get it. And in those moments, I'm telling you, that was the truth resonating in my heart. I'm not going back on any of that. I'm just saying now, life's journey has taken a turn. And I'm enjoying it, and it's authentic for me. I'll still read Living Enlightenment if I want to get clarity about something. I'll put the link in the description below. I'll still, wear the Kantamala when I want to. I've kept the lion stick. Swamiji told me even if I drop Kavi, keep the lion stick as his gift. I haven't lost anything. In fact, I feel like I've gained an even broader, greater appreciation for all of you guys who are living here in the Matrix world. I see you out there, striving for a higher spiritual breakthrough, avoiding McDonald's even if it used to be your go-to filler-upper, avoiding the gossip even if that used to be your way of relating with people, doing what you feel driven by instead of what you feel afraid of failure to miss or greedy to acquire. It's good to be aware. It's good to make your decisions based on your higher goals and understandings. But not everyone is meant for the same exact path. If everyone was meant for the same exact path, guess what? Everyone would want to do the same exact thing. But by nature of the fact that we have different likes, dislikes, choices, different understandings, different inspirations, that's what makes this world so unique, so colorful, so enjoyable, so much fun. Life shouldn't be serious, it should be sincere. Swamiji actually said once, seriousness is a spiritual disease. We should be sincere but not serious. So come on guys, stop taking everything so seriously. If my mom drops the F-bomb in a video where we're going on a road trip, it's not because she's disrespectful towards the beauty of nature. God, she made the choice to go explore the beauty of nature because she loves and appreciates it. We worship existence in all of its abundant, beautiful forms. Those mountains are a solidification of the cycles of transformation on Earth that have started from time immemorial, that will go on infinitely. It's not something to take as a bad thing. If we use colorful language, it's just an expression. Guys, don't be so serious. Be more sincere. And of course, okay, I'm singling out those who have left the questioning comments or the negative comments, but really the great majority of you, thank you so much. You've been so appreciative. You've blessed me. You've seen my vision. You've, given your thumbs up, your approval, whatever. I'm not looking for approval or rejection here. I'm just sharing. But I do appreciate those of you who show some love, and I just want you to know it's mutual. I really do love you. That's why I make these videos. And I also really love the creative process. That's why I'm continuing with my jewelry design. Anyhow, that was kind of a bit of a rant here. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to make this video all about that, but come on, let's have less judgment, more embracing, less seriousness, more sincerity, less questioning about other people's life decisions, and more reflection about what we truly want so that we live our lives based on inspiration. Okay, so with all of that said and cleared up, the next thing I want to mention is the jewelry that I'm wearing. Yes, all of this is my own design. these long dangly earrings, this kind of statement bracelet with rose quartz, a stone of love, with lepidolite, a stone of inner peace and self-acceptance, with this huge rudraksha. I've added a lot of my favorite styles of Indian jewelry to my shop, which still contains all the crystals and gemstones that it always did, because come on, that energy is so cool, so pure, so empowering. But so are the sacred symbols of Hinduism. And so first and foremost, this choker that I'm wearing features Mahalakshmi, the goddess of wealth and generosity. I've paired with this Lakshmi a Rudraksha. That's the seat of the Vak. When you have a Rudraksh at that exact spot, it's revealed in the Agamas, the scriptures of Shaivite Hinduism, that your speech will be empowered with the purest truth. I've also added onto this piece citrine, which crystal healers describe as the most powerful stone for manifesting abundance. And there's a chain, so the length can be adjusted. It's sized to fit literally anyone. This piece is my current favorite. We have Paramashiva and his divine consort Parashakti, the mother and father seated on Nandi, who's the representation of just pure service and devotion and surrender. And on either side we have Ganeshji and Murugan. When you see these two divine sons of Shiva Shakti, each one radiates his own unique energy. Murugan, the destroyer of evil. Ganesha, the remover of obstacles. And we even have their peacock and their little rat vehicle. The detail in this piece is just so spectacular. I've made the piece so that the pendant very easily can be taken off of the necklace mala. And I've done that by using toggle clasps that are bracelet style. And since I've used opposite toggle clasps, this necklace part can be worn by itself. So that way, you've got two necklaces in one. So another kind of jewelry that people have been asking me, where would I wear this? How would I wear this? Why would I wear this? Is the Maanteeeca. Maanteeeca is a hair part jewelry, and it is one of the most traditional pieces of Hindu jewelry. I made this one using rudrakshas and faux vegan pearls. I would never use real pearls because, come on, oysters have the right to live also. In Hinduism, the crown center, the forehead area, the whole upper part of the head is our cosmic connecting center to divinity. So when we adorn it, we're adorning the part of ourselves that's connected the most strongly with existence. It's quite possibly the most sacred piece of jewelry somebody can wear. And so every Maanteeeca that I sell in my shop, I'll include two bobby pins, one to attach it at the back to the head, another one in case you want to secure it anywhere along the chain so it doesn't slide around and make you look like, you know, a compass needle or a barometer or something. But it's very simple to wear. You just position it where you want it. Some want it hanging all the way down on the forehead. Then you just slide in the pin. Or you can position it a little bit higher so it's just a little bit hanging. Totally up to you. You can also dangle it in your hair so it's adorning like this sideways. You can hang it from the back of the ponytail. There's no rules. Do what you want. Have fun. But it's a very cool accessory, and it's also very sacred. If you get earrings like these, you can also take the hook at the back and wear this once in a while as a Maanteeeca. You just hook it in and you're good to go. And that same can be done with any earrings like these very striking statement jhumkis that I made. Just hook it in and you're ready. You can wear any piece of jewelry in any way you want. I've even seen one beauty blog that gave a hack where you can take an earring, hang it from a necklace, and make it into a pendant. And of course, I'd recommend securing it somehow, like maybe pin it in place or pinch it so that it's tight. And last but not least in this video anyway, a shout out to all the boys, all the guys, all the men out there. I've had more requests for men's jewelry than for anything else. So sorry if you had to sit through all the lady styles. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. Wear whatever you want. See, here's the thing. If somebody wants to wear a powerful necklace that has all the deities, it doesn't matter what gender your body is. We're all Shiva and Shakti. The ultimate realization is Ardhanarishwara, being half divine masculine, half divine feminine, being strong when you need to be, being soft when you need to be, building up infrastructure when you have to, nurturing and caring for others when you have to. There's no such thing as jewelry that only women can wear or jewelry that only men can wear. Literally anybody can wear anything. That said, a lot of you would rather wear something that looks more culturally appropriate, that's a little bit more accepted for the male gender. And for you guys, I am designing a line specifically with a masculine aesthetic in mind, and that includes pieces like this one here. It's black obsidian chips with a gorgeous raw tektite. Tektite is a stone that forms when a meteorite strikes the earth. Very similar to moldavite. Moldavite is a type of tektite, but black tektite, it's like a glassy volcano glass look, but it carries that higher energy of space because it's formed when that meteor hits the earth. So it's like a fusion of extraterrestrial and terrestrial sediment, really powerfully symbolizes the coming together of the higher reality with the lower reality, and when you wear it, you just can't help but be in awe of the wonder of the cosmos because, come on, this piece traveled through space just to become your piece of jewelry. So that bracelet is one of my favorite in the men's line. For those who like more colorful stuff, I did this baby right here with some raw tanzanite crystals, with some turquoise heishi beads, with some green aventurine, which is a stone of the heart chakra, connecting with nature, expressing love, and some green prehnite, which is a stone very similar in energy to moldavite, and especially known by crystal healers to awaken our communication abilities with the non-physical plane. Another one here, it's a bracelet for those who don't want such a chunky big piece, who want something that looks a little bit more simple, a clean line. You can tell I sized it for a man's wrist, that's why it's flopping around on mine here. But that's using lapis lazuli, a stone known for awakening the third eye. It's that deep indigo color of the night sky. And as little tiny details between each lapis lazuli square, kind of a tube bead, I've put angelite. And angelite, it's a soft blue stone that stimulates the throat chakra, the Vishuddhi. And when you wear it, it empowers you to be able to speak your truth, to express yourself, to not hold back when you want to say something, to just put your communication skills out there. For anybody who's ever suffered with shyness, with a fear of public speaking, who feels like they want to do something creative but they're afraid of being judged, angelite is definitely a great stone to wear to push yourself to just do and say what you want to put out there without that fear of negative repercussions from those who don't get you. The last piece I'll share in this video is this necklace. So the cord is just a nice nylon cord that's been kind of braided in a more masculine style, and I've taken a really cool piece. Hopefully you can see it in this lighting. Maybe I'll put a picture of these pieces at the end to make it more clear. Centered within this tektite, there's actually a hidden gem. There's an amethyst bead, very pretty purple faceted amethyst, that's only seen when the tektite kind of spins around and reveals it. This is a great fidget piece. Here, where can I do it? It's like a fidget spinner by Mother Nature because the top piece of tektite pivots, rotates. The bottom piece stays stationary, so you can play with it if you get bored, if you're in a meeting, if you just need something to do. And on the bottom, I've put a very pretty, can you see it? A very pretty garnet. And garnet, it's a deep red gemstone that is known as the ultimate stone for grounding your energy, for connecting to the practical aspects of life that we need to take care of, providing for yourself, being healthy, being physically vital, having your stamina, having energy, enthusiasm, and that go-getter attitude. That is the stone for being on point, for winning at whatever game you want to play. So when all of these energies are combined together, the way you choose to wear them, the stones you feel drawn to, those will always be your allies in life. one of the first decks of cards I started working with back in my professional tarot card reading career, which feels like a billion lifetimes ago, but was actually just like 10 years ago, was called the Crystal Ally cards. And the healer who created this deck, her name is Neisha Ashian, and she refers to each stone as a being. Kind of like the way you'd say, my friend so-and-so. You could say, like, my friend this Tektite, my ally, my accomplice in life, the one who's always got my back, this Garnet. It might seem silly, but really these stones do have their own personalities, and when you start working with them and getting to know them, you understand that what Shiva reveals in the Agamas is literally true. There's no such thing as living matter and dead matter. Even though some things are organic and some are non-organic, everything is conscious. And so when we work with natural stones, with natural energies like this, it's one more way to deepen your connection with the cosmos and to expand your circle even a little bit more. Hope you enjoyed this little show and tell. I'll do more of these show and tell videos. I'll show you guys some of the Moldavite and Herkimer quartz pieces I'm going to make maybe in the next video. In the meantime, yeah, let me know. Do you want some tutorials how to make jewelry? I've had requests for like what I eat in a day, so get ready for some good vegan recipe videos. And whatever else you want to know, you can always ask. Worst case scenario is I'll say none of your business. But you always have the right to ask. I don't want to close any doors to you guys. Thank you for watching. And if you mention this video when you buy anything in my Etsy shop, I will include one Rudraksha. I will make something just for you, either a Maanteeeca or maybe a little bracelet. I'll do it intuitively based on what I feel existence wants to give you. But mention this video and I will send a free piece of Rudraksha jewelry with your order. Thanks again for tuning in. See you in the next video. Namaste.